morning, students. How are you? I hope you all are fine and safe at your home. So, student, in today's video, we'll begin with chapter 2, Physical Features of India. We have already completed chapter 1, which is India's size and location. And today we'll begin with physical features of India. So, student, do you know what is physical feature? What are physical features? Physical features are those aspects that are usually apparent. For example, the first thing when you look at someone, it could be their eyes, nose, hairs, leg. All these are example of physical features. Similarly, what you can see on earth are its physical features like mountains, rivers, ocean, plains, island, etc. So all these are physical features which we can see on earth. And in this chapter we are going to read physical features of India. Students, we all know that India is a vast country with varied landforms and physical features. It has big Himalayas, beaches in south, Thar desert in Rajasthan and Deccan Plateau. That means varieties of physical features you can see in India. Even the color of soil varies from one region to another. For example, in Maharashtra, we will find both black soil and red soil. But in Madhya Pradesh, we will find only red soil. This variation in soil is due to kind of rock from which they are made. जिन रॉक से वो बने हुए होते हैं, इसी वजह से जो ये चेंजेस है रीजन के अकॉर्डिंग ये डिफ्रेंसिएशन आता है. सो दिस कैन ऑल्सो बी द पार्ट ऑफ physical feature. Now, the relief and physical feature of India also have evolved through different geological period. And during the process of formation of India as it look today, जैसे कि आज इंडिया आज दिखता है, the Indian landmass was subjected to weathering, deposition, erosion. What is weathering? Weathering is the breaking down or dissolving of rock and mineral on earth's surface, like water, ice, acid, salt, plants, animal, and changes in temperature are all the agents of weathering. And when these rock or when these things move from one place to other, that is known as erosion. And when that eroded part deposit at certain place at certain, that is deposition. So with the result of all these activities help in formation of physical features. Now, physical features of India that we see today are result of all these processes. What we can see physical feature like rivers, plains, mountain, plateau, all these are physical features which we can see in India. Now, no one knows how exactly India was formed, and how scientists have several theories which try to explain the process. And one such theory is theory of plate tectonic. Student, this theory is very, very important because physical features depends on this theory. That is why this theory is very important. According to the theory, the earth crust is formed out of 7 majors and some minor plates. And when the plate move, they cause disturbance in continental crust. And when the plate moves, it leads to folding, faulting, and volcanic activities. Now, what is folding? Folding in geology means undulation in stratified rock. Folds vary widely in size. Some may be hundreds, मतलब जो इनका साइज होता है फोल्ड्स का वो भी वेरी करता है. कुछ बहुत छोटे होते हैं, कुछ बहुत बड़े होते हैं, एज यू कैन सी इन द पिक्चर. द नेक्स्ट इज फोल्ड. व्हाट इज फोल्ड? अ फोल्ड इज अ फ्रैक्चर और फ्रैक्चर बिटवीन टू ब्लॉक्स ऑफ रॉक. कोई भी जो टू रॉक्स होते हैं जिनके बीच में गैप आ जाता है, एज यू कैन सी इन दिस पिक्चर, दैट इज नोन एज फोल्डिंग. द फोल्ड surface can be and of any type. It can be vertical, it can be horizontal, or some arbitrary angle in between. But earth scientists use the angle of fold with respect to surface, and what they call it as dip, dip, dip. Alright, this is just an additional knowledge. Only you must know what is fold and what is fault. And volcanic activity, you all know what is volcanic eruption. Volcanic eruption happens when lava and gas are discharged from volcanic vent. So these all are happen due to the movement of plates, and we have already discussed that there are seven majors and some minor plates are there, and due to the movement in these plates all these activities happen. You can see the plate boundaries. There are three types of plate boundaries. First is convergent boundary. Convergent boundary is formed when two plates converge, एक दूसरे के सामने आती है, ठीक है, that is convergent boundary. Other is transformed boundary. Transformed boundary is formed when two plane move past each other. एक दूसरे से ट्रांसफॉर्म मतलब एक दूसरे के ऊपर की तरफ आते हैं, तो उसको हम बोलते हैं ट्रांसफॉर्म. Third is divergent. Divergent boundary is formed when two plates move away from each other. एक दूसरे से उल्टी डायरेक्शन में चली जाती है, that is divergent boundary. And all these three plate boundaries help in formation of physical features. All this is theory of plate tectonic, because of the movement of plate and how the plates are moved, convergent, transform and divergent. So you can understand this with the help of picture. Now student, there is one more theory, that is continental drift theory. According to this theory, all the continents form a single continental mass called Pangaea, and mega ocean Panthalassa surrounded it, and around 200 million years ago Pangaea started splitting and broke down into large continental masses as Laurasia and Gondwana land, forming the northern and southern hemisphere respectively. So now we will understand the formation of what is the theory and how the formation of Himalayas. There are many hypotheses regarding the origin of Himalayas. However, there is almost a complete thinking that Himalayan mountains have come out of great geosyncline called Tethys Sea. Please note it down. What it is called? It is called the Tethys Sea. And about 200 million years ago, there were only two big continents in the world that we have already discussed. In the north was Laurasia, or what is the other name? Angara land. And in the southern hemisphere was Gondwana land. And in between Laurasia and Gondwana land, there was a long, narrow and shallow sea called Tethys Sea. Now sediments were brought by the river from these landmass and deposited in the bed of the sea. And these sediments were subjected to powerful compression force from both the continent, and this compression squeezed and crushed the sediment of Tethys Sea, and series of folds were formed one behind the other, giving rise to the highest relief feature on the earth, that is the Himalayas. The curve shape of Himalaya convex to the south is attributed to maximum push offered at two ends of Indian peninsula during northward drift. And in northwest, it was done by Aravallis. Please keep this thing in mind. In the northwest, it was done by Aravalli, and in the northeast by the Assam ranges. There is recent study that shows that India is moving northward at the rate of about 5 centimeter per year and crashes into rest of Asia, buckling the Himalaya between Angara land and Gondwana land. And this lift and this drift is providing instability of Himalayan region. Student, this is also very important. It can be asked what is the reason behind instability of Himalayan region. मतलब जो हिमालय है उसकी जो हाइट है वो अभी भी स्टेबल नहीं है, अपन फिक्स नहीं कह सकते, वो हर थोड़े दिनों के बाद इंक्रीज होती है. और वो क्यों हो रही है? दिस इज बिकॉज ऑफ द moving northward at the rate of 5 centimeter per year, and this is the reason behind this. So you must know this fact. It can also be asked in exam, so you must know this fact. All right, now you can see with the help of picture the formation of folds mountain. First is sea, and what is the name of sea? We have already discussed, Tethys Sea. Okay, these are sediment which are deposited on the bed of sea. After that you can see the force compressed into rock, and now this causes the movement of plates, and this movement of plates result in formation of fold mountains. All right, now major physiographic division. Physical feature of India can be grouped under following physiographic division: the Himalayan mountain, the northern plain, the peninsular plateau, the Indian desert, the coastal plains, the island. You can see in map also. So these are the major physiographic division. So we will discuss in detail individually. First we will discuss the Himalayan mountain. These mountain ranges run in a west-east direction from the Indus to the Brahmaputra. They cover a distance of 2400 kilometers. Their width varies from 400 kilometers in Kashmir to 150 kilometers in Arunachal Pradesh. This we have discussed in previous chapter also. India's size and location, where it can be asked why there is a time lag. All right. So this is because of the distance. The width vary from 400 km in Kashmir to 150 km in Arunachal Pradesh. The altitudinal variation are greater in eastern half than those in western half. Now, the Himalayas consist of 3 parallel ranges in its longitudinal extent. First is Greater Himalaya or Inner Himalaya or the Himadri. Second is Himachal or Lesser Himalayas. And third is Shivaliks. So first we will discuss Greater Himalayas. These are the northernmost groups of ranges. Loftiest peak with an average height of 6000 meters. It consists almost the Himalayan peak. And the core of this part of, this is the core of this part of Himalaya. And it is throughout the year it is bound with snow. All right, I have mentioned few more peaks, highest peaks of Himalaya. You can pause the video and note down the height. All right, now Lesser Himalayas. These are the group of ranges lying to the south of Greater Himalayas form the most rugged mountain system. This is composed of highly compressed and altered rocks. The altitude varies from 3700 and 4500 meters, and the average width is of 50 kilometers. Pir Panjal range, the longest and most important range. Dhauladhar and Mahabharat range, other important ranges. Famous valley of Kashmir, Kangra, Kullu Valley in Himachal Pradesh, well known for its hill stations. Shivaliks. These are the outermost range of Himalayas. Extend over a width of 10 to 50 km and have an altitude between 900 and 1100 meters. It is composed of unconsolidated sediment brought down by river from Himadri and covered with thick gravels and alluvium. The longitudinal valley lying between Lesser Himalaya and Shivalik are known as dunes. Student, this is also very important. It also can be asked what are dunes. So you have to write the definition of dune, that the dunes are the longitudinal valley lying between lesser Himalaya and the Shivalik. And if they ask give few example of dune, so you have to mention the example like Dehradun, Kotli Dune, Patli Dune are some well known dunes. All right. Now, the Himalayas have also been divided on the basis of region from west to east. So first is Punjab Himalayas. This part lies between the Indus and Satluj from west to east, and this is also known as Kashmir Himalayas and Himachal Himalaya respectively. Second is Kumaon Himalayas. This part lies between Satluj and Kali river. Next is Nepal Himalaya. This part lies between the Kali and Tista river. Assam Himalaya. This part lies between Tista and Dihang river. Eastern hills and mountain. The Brahmaputra mark eastern border of Himalayas beyond the Dihang Gorge. The Himalayas bend sharply towards south and from eastern hills or Purvanchal. These hills run through northeastern states of India and they are mostly composed of sandstone. These hills are composed of Patkai Hill, Naga Hill, Manipuri Hill and Mizo Hills. So with this we come to an end of today's video. We'll continue the next part in next video. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy. God bless you.